Welcome everybody to Clarington Kia. Today we're going to take you on a tour of this 2022 Kia Sorento EX Plus. Check out the color on this. This is such a standout vehicle, especially with all these nice piano black accents on this. Really great find. Now this has just over 122,000 kilometers and is in fantastic shape. If you are shopping from home after watching this video, you're going to know all about this Sorento, including the exterior and interior condition, so you know that it's a great decision to visit us here at Clarington Kia to pick up this vehicle. Now, what is underneath the hood? The Sorento features a 2.5 liter turbocharged engine connected to an 8-speed automatic transmission, and it is all-wheel drive. Now, there is a lower trim level Sorento that doesn't have the turbo. This one does. It's a much more desirable engine. It can tow, and it just has that little bit of extra pickup and go, but also saves you on fuel with having that turbocharger. It doesn't have to work as hard. So it's a really nice combination of both. Now, as we do this tour, I will point out dings, dents, scratches if we see any. But what I'm going to point out now is these great looking black 20-inch alloy wheels. And again, these black accents on the exterior of the vehicle, even just the arch above the wheel well that blends in to that piano black lower door sill plate. We have this accent here, the black mirror caps, the black roof rails. Everything here really does a nice job at contrasting, and it just gives it that nice appeal on the outside. Now you can see from the side profile here, it is a full-size SUV. This is a 6-seater, so we have the captain's chairs in the second row, which we'll take a look at when we get to the interior, plus a third row seat as well. So lots of seating configurations and cargo configurations to suit kind of any situation. Now we have this nice integrated spoiler up top. We have these really cool taillights that are very unique to the Sorento. And then we have that Sorento badge down below, all black as well, blacked out Kia logo. So taking a step back, you get a nice look at that hatch. We've got the rear sonar in the back, again, some more piano black exterior. And then I'm always looking here to make sure that there's no big scratches or anything. There's just one tiny little one here in this piano black, but it's very minor. You might be able to buff a little bit of that out. All right, now let's open up the back tailgate with our key fob here. Oh, that might not work because the car started. Yeah, silly me, I always do this. I did this on purpose because I wanted to show you that it has a remote starter. I forgot that when the engine is on, it won't work here. You just have to push the button. So we learn as we go. Power tailgate, it does work. So with our third row seats up, still room back here for a golf bag with the driver in, or whatever else you might want to put in here. That's just kind of for reference in the size. Now we can fold down these seats, and you'll see that now with the seats folded down, this side will fold down too. With the seats folded down, it's a nice fold flat cargo system. Then you would have plenty of room back here. Now that this is down, I just want to show you for rear passengers, there is ventilation, USB ports, and rear air conditioning controls back here as well, okay? So that's important to know that. Let's put these back up though, because I want to show you those seats when we get to the inside of the car, just to show you the condition of them. All right, now coming around to the passenger side, again, looking for door dings, dents, scratches, but there is really not much on this. This is a very, very, very tidy car. And again, keep in mind, this is 125,000 kilometers on it, and it's in this nice of shape. So that should tell you something about the previous owner. They've done a good job keeping this nice and tidy. We have LED headlights. We've got the LED daytime running lights. I love this cutout here in the front bumper. Makes it look very sporty. Taking a step back just to give you that full front view. And then the nice piano black front grille on here doesn't disappoint as well. Hood's in good condition. There's no rock chips. It's just, yeah, very, very tidy. We're going to call it a 9.5 out of 10. One little stone chip right here. All right, we found something. And then that little scratch. That's why it's a 9.5 on the back bumper. But other than that, I mean, super good condition. Now, let's look at the back. This is probably a big reason why you're looking at a Sorento, is for the rear seating. So this one has the captain's chair seats, which you see here. Reclining rear seat. And then we have the armrest built in as well. Little laneway for people to hop into the back, or there's an alternative, which I'll show you in a second. We have the nice soft panel touch on the doors. And then looking up, a nice big panoramic sunroof that goes all the way to the back seats here. Now, USB ports air conditioning, heating. We've also got our 12 volt, a regular home outlet, and a USB back here as well. And these captain seats are heated. You can see that right here. So your heated seats back here for the captain's chairs. Now, if you don't want to go in this way and hang a right, you can always just pop them forward like this and then hop in the back seat. And you can see these seats are in very nice condition as well. These captain's chairs are on sliders, so you can move it up to give some more leg room in the back should you need to as well. But there's no rips, tears, stains, burns, or anything on the interior, and it is a non-smoking vehicle. And we also have the sunshade on the side windows too, which is great. Don't have to go to Canadian Tire to get those little suction cup ones. Front seat, again, nice big panoramic sunroof. These front seats are in great shape as well. All right, we have a power driver's seat and a power passenger seat. And then hopping in. So this Sorento features a lot of advanced safety systems. I'll cover a couple of the bigger ones, the highlighted ones that I particularly like. So it has forward emergency braking, but it also has forward emergency braking with pedestrian detection and junction turning. The junction turning one is a new one. So I'll give you the scenario. You're at a left-hand light in the left-hand lane, waiting for the truck over here to get out of the way that's oncoming so you can see around it. You know, you're always kind of doing one of these. The junction turning uses that forward radar. So as you creep out to think like, I hope I can make it, maybe I can make it, it's seeing cars that are coming that you probably can't even see. If you were to pull out into that intersection to try to make a left and there's a car coming, it will actually stop you before you get into the intersection so you don't pull out into oncoming traffic. That is a really, really great safety feature that is actually, I have that in my vehicle. It's happened quite a few times where I've been stopped. I'm like, oh, there it is. There's the car. So I like that. We have blind spot warning with blind spot collision avoidance. So not only will it warn you of a car in your blind spot, if you were to go to make that lane change, it would actually keep you in the lane so you don't go pulling into traffic that's oncoming on your blind spot. Forward emergency braking, we talked about that. Rear cross traffic alert. I think I must have messed up the terminology there, but rear cross traffic alert, I'll show you that in the camera. Lane keeping assist, lane forward assist, and then the last one is the highway driving assist. This is really cool. So it's very, very, very similar to Tesla's autopilot. You use the adaptive cruise control, okay, to set your speed, and then this here for the highway driving assist, it actually works in the city too. Just don't use your adaptive cruise. It'll work in the city. But what it's going to do is it reads the lines on the road. So you have your adaptive cruise going. It's going to keep a nice pace and safe pace from the car in front. It will also take some pretty good corners on the highway. Where I like this is because unlike Tesla's autopilot, what has to be used with the adaptive cruise control, this you can turn on just the assist, the steering assist. So even on city streets like this, you can have that on, and it just takes a lot of input out of the wheel for you and keeps you centered in the lane. You're still going to need to make your turns, right? Obviously, be safe, but it takes a lot of that little annoying inputs that you would never know they're annoying until you try this. So when you come here to drive the car, definitely give that a shot. The steering assist is really quite nice to have, all right? So let's now talk about some of these interior features. We have a leather wrapped heated steering wheel, all your radio controls, everything where it should be. We do have paddle shifters for the 8-speed automatic transmission if you want to do that. In our center display there it is, 122,000 kilometers on this. A nice infotainment display will allow you to go through quite a few different things here. Ignore the fuel economy, that's really high. You're going to get this into probably the low 8s for your fuel economy. Now, again, just a couple of things to show you there. Our infotainment system is fantastic. Just giving you kind of a look down here from a driver's perspective. So we have a, I think this is the 10.25 or 12.25. It's the widescreen version. It's the newest version of the infotainment system. You can see here that we've got our navigation, and then it's a split screen. You can have the nav bigger. You can close that second screen if you want. I quite like it like this. You've got your Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. We have quiet mode, which turns off the rear speakers in the back in case you have little ones sleeping back there. Bluetooth radio. And then we have the UVO, which is now known as Kia Connect, which connects your phone to your car. Just like the Tesla app, this is its own application that allows you to do a lot of cool stuff through there, and then this is kind of the home screen. Now, when we put this in reverse, nice clear rear view camera, and then we have the front and rear sonar active as well. So that way, just in case one of the, the camera's all gunky or something, you can still pull in and not get caught bumping into stuff. Our tri-zone climate control system. We have heated seats for the driver and the passenger. And then below this, we have our wireless cell phone charger and a multitude of USB ports to keep everything charged up. Oh, I have the hiccups. And then our automatic shifter. And then a couple other cool things here. So if I can get the, there we go, our heated steering wheel. I apologize, it's a very sunny day. Heated steering wheel. We've got our camera systems, our sonar, electronic parking brake. And now this is our drive control. So comfort, eco, sport, and smart. Okay, so that is going to tune how the engine and transmission operate to either get you the best fuel economy, the sporty feel, or kind of something in between. And then we have the terrain select control. So you can see there's snow, mud, and sand. So depending on what conditions you're in, if you wanted to use that, you can, and that'll help you with the all-wheel drive system as well as the rear axle if it needs to be freed up because you're stuck or something like that. Anyway, not often you would use it, but you can use it if you need to. Now, this is in great condition cosmetically. Mechanically, I would say the same. So what we've done to the vehicle since it's arrived to make it ready for sale, we've done an alignment. We replaced the front pads and machined the rotors, replaced the rear pads and machined the rotors, so the brakes are right back up to spec. Done a brake fluid flush, a coolant flush, the engine air filter, done an oil change, a 4-cylinder tune-up, so we've changed all the spark plugs and replaced the drive belt. Total $1,338 to get this vehicle back updated with maintenance and ready for sale. And then this is the Carfax here, so you can see 22 Sorento EX. 1 reported accident, 1 owner vehicle, 10 service records found. I love seeing that, especially with 122,000 kilometers. To have the service records is fantastic. So in 2023, there was a reported accident with minor damage to the rear, and you'll see here $3,876. And then in March of the same year, there was a miscellaneous claim. So this is probably related to this. I don't know what this is. I could guess maybe a rental car. There's a lot of things. I just don't know. I don't want to make any educated guesses on that, but it's a miscellaneous. It's not related to damage on the vehicle, which is important to know. The damage on the vehicle was $3,876. That includes HST. That includes labor, parts, all that stuff. It's a very minor claim. Just so you know that is not something that would all deter me from a vehicle. $3,800. I mean, you couldn't even really repaint the front end for $3,800 if there was no damage, let alone if it was a bumper that was cracked and needed to get replaced and refinished. Yeah, you're probably there. So it's very minor. A lot of the service history was done at Clarington Kia as well. You can take a look at all of this online, or better yet, in store. Visit us here at Clarington Kia. Take this Sorento for a test drive, and it will absolutely sell itself. The Sorento has an incredible feel. It's very luxurious, super fun to drive, and it is very comfortable for you and your family. So visit us here at Clarington Kia, online at claringtonkia.ca, or in store right here in the heart of Bowmanville. It is very easy to get to from anywhere in central Ontario, and then you and your family can fall in love with this 22 Kia Sorento. Thank you so much for watching. Congratulations to whoever picks up this great find.